Russian whiz kid. What's your name, Chanko? Cherpov?
Ensign Chekhov, Pavel Andreevich, sir.
Fine. Chekhov, Pavel Andreevich. Begin shipwide mission broadcast.
Yes, sir, happy to. Ensign authorization code 95 Victor 2.
Authorization not recognized.
Ensign authorization code 95 Victor 2.
Access granted.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that. Take the con.
Aye, sir. Black hole's expanding. We won't reach minimum safe distance if we don't leave immediately.
No! Do it now! No! Hold on!
Compensating gravitational pull Ё-моё!
It's that time of the week again. We have to apologise first
Why?
for last week's episode coming up so late.
Yeah.
It's my fault. Take
Yes.
that responsibility on myself.
Good. I was hoping that you would take responsibility. Normally
I
you
shall.
don't. You pass
I
it over
shall.
to other people, don't you?
I shall bow my head in modesty because I'm a man. It's what men do. So we're back talking about the movies. I think this is episode 16 now.
Oh my
I
God!
think, or 17, one of the two.
Time
Believe it's fucking that many already. Oh dear. And for all the new followers that we've gotten, a lot more downloads last week. Welcome. And we apologise.
Yes, we
And
do.
Goodbye. This is the last time you're going to listen.
We need to thank our boy Karthik, who's doing an awesome job at the moment on Twitter. I just want to put his name out there and just say thank you. Much appreciated. He's
Mr.
handling our
K.
Twitter account at the moment.
Special K.
Mo, how we get on Facebook?
Oh, it is getting brilliantly.
How many followers we got on Facebook?
Did you, anything you put in this week? Any work?
There is
No.
so much of new
No.
content on the Facebook
No,
page.
just admit it. Just be real and say no.
If you don't believe me, go and have a look.
You say that knowing that we won't bother. Fucking hell. So, what have we all been doing this week? Well, we have to introduce ourselves. I am Eddie Reese with the first take. I welcome you.
It's your boy Salim here from Bolly Fools.
Just couldn't wait, could you?
No, I couldn't. I wanted to say
finish. Just want to jump
I
in.
wanted to say, I didn't know you were going to have such an elaborate opening.
Do you sign off your emails, Salim from Bodyfalls?
Actually, you know what? I was actually thinking of doing that. I think that'd be pretty cool, Silent from Bolly Fools. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, where you at, Mo?
You know you.
I am Mystic Mo.
Mystic Mo. Why are you Mystic Mo? Why wouldn't you change your name to Mystic Mo? So could you imagine going to a site and he's got yeah, Mystic Mo.
And that beard, Alibaba beard. So what you guys been watching this week? Anything interesting beyond what we're already going to be talking about?
Well, I've watched the whole season of The Brink with Jack Black, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. And it's such a shame HBO did only one season of that because it was so funny.
Really?
It probably was politically incorrect because it all set in Pakistani politics. Some stuff that was very, very close to the edge there, but it was just an absolutely fantastic show.
And HBO, I'm surprised. HBO usually give shows a good chance to find their feet. I'm surprised they just killed it like that.
I think it was, again, the edgy politics.
Yeah, but that's not usually something HBO shy away from.
No, it is a shame.
Okay. So you recommended it?
I thought it was Jack Black was like very restrained, so it was not the crazy Jack that you see like in some of his films.
It's more like the because that's how he was in King Kong. It was very more toned down.
He was a bit more
serious,
bit more jovial than that, but not like his usual craziness.
Oh, okay. The Brink.
Okay, so I checked out The Conjuring.
I didn't ask you.
Oh,
okay.
Bastard! Right, so
Country 2.
Yes. I checked out The Conjuring 2, right? Obviously enjoyed the first one so much, and so opening weekend, before I go with one of my buddies to go have a look at this movie, and gotta say, it is very, very good. Very good. My only concern about this film is that I found it very long. It does something really interesting. James Wan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The way it starts and sort of comes 360 in a really nice way. really appreciated what the style. I've got to say this, that when it comes down to horror, I don't think no one can touch this dude at the moment. He does it so well.
Kind of is running the genre right now. His films do the best, and even stuff that he's just producing, they do really well.
Yeah, there was this girl in the film. I had to check up her name, Madison Wolfe. I gotta say, man, this girl was friggin' awesome throughout the whole movie. I was just completely shocked, completely blown away by it, and I think she did an amazing job. And I can't wait to see her next project.
We are disturbing you.
No, just got a call, just cut it off. Okay. It was my sister.
How does it compare to the original?
Yeah.
I preferred the original, because I preferred the family, and yeah, I like the fact that where it was set, the location, and what that particular family went through. I think as a whole, all the characters within the first one were slightly a bit stronger. However, in this one, equally it was pretty good. I just found it slightly a bit long. I think that's the thing with the first one. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it's still a pretty long film, but
it has a better pace.
Yeah, and this, yeah.
I hear that the nun character in this one is getting a spin-off movie now.
Dude, I just gotta say, the nun, friggin' freaky as hell. The maddest part about this is that there was an internet crisis and somebody was trying to get in contact with me whilst I was in the cinema. My phone kept on going off, so every time it did, everybody would just freak out and then give me dirty looks. Well, anyway, I know I should switch off my...
So it's a common theme then, basically.
Talking at the movies, Eddie. That's what we do.
Put
we
it on
talk
silent.
at the movies. Yeah.
And if anyone wants to know what our thoughts on the first film is, please do trawl through the archives and see our commentary of The Conjuring.
Completely forgot we did that.
Same, exactly. One of our previous episodes, back when we started this podcast for the newer listeners, we were basically just doing commentaries for movies, and we should go back to that at some point. We will do for the new BVS extended cut.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
So, CW, after all that talk about them casting a new Superman, and we were hoping that they would go back to the Smallville dude. Apparently not.
They've gone for a pretty boy.
Well, what like the Smallville dude wasn't a pretty boy. This is a pretty boy to women. He has a weird sort of slightly retarded look about him, but his name's Tyler Hoechlin. If you watch Teen Wolf, you'd be familiar with him. He's sort of the older dude in it. I don't even watch Teen Wolf, but what do you think of the guy?
I watched one episode of Teen Wolf like 5 years ago, so I know nothing about this guy, and I'm just extremely disappointed that it's not Tom Welling.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that some executive didn't think we can tap into an existing fan base by bringing Tom Welling back.
No, it would have been so nice just for them to have made. No, but I see where where it would have been a mess. It's literally just occurred to me, Green Arrow. Because there was an Arrow in Smallville.
But this would be, again, an alternative universe.
I guess, but you know how it is with general audiences, man. We would know that, but
or they could
most
just,
people are too stupid.
Or they could just completely forget about that, and they could just pretend that that is the Green Arrow.
In it, that they had the same relationship.
How many episodes was he even in?
Green Arrow. He was in like for a whole few seasons.
Oh, right.
He was like a main character after all.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. But it's okay. I'll go along with it. But I'm curious to see how they're gonna bring this guy in. Whether he's gonna be a frequent guest, whether he's gonna, once they kind of merge all these worlds together, is he gonna cross over into the other shows? That's actually curious. And were we gonna get a Flash Superman race off? That could be funny. I'm optimistic, but yeah, he's an interesting choice. They could have made a worse one though, so I'm not mad.
Who else would you have preferred?
Tom Welling.
Apart from Tom. Anybody else?
Tom Welling.
Anybody else?
Tom Welling.
Mr. Welling.
Mr. Welling. I saw this guy, right? I've never seen Teen Wolf, but Mo showed a picture of him earlier on to me, and I think he has a good look about him. The shot that I saw of him, anyway. And I'm more than happy to give this dude a chance to see what he has to give on the small screen.
Yo, one I'm actually kind of curious about. Paramount bringing back The Saint.
Again.
Yeah, they did do that a while back. Remember who was in the other?
Yeah, it was Val Kilmer in 1997.
Oh my god, that was shit. That was shit.
I vaguely remember watching it.
Wow.
Now, we tried to catch an episode of The Saint earlier on, me and Mo. and we just sat there trying to like take it in. I suppose we were just jumping through
We
it.
were watching
Roger Moore,
yeah,
yeah.
one of the originals in black and white.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were.
And the first thing that strikes you is, God, Roger Moore looks so young.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
All fresh faced. I remember the scene when it was on TV. I kind of liked it. It was like a weird sort of Bondish type show, but Man from Uncle Bond kind of mix.
Why are you so excited about it? There's so
Because
much
it's
of their stuff around. So why are you so excited about this one?
I like the prospect of where it can go. Like I enjoy those sort of films. I enjoy Bourne. I enjoy Bond. I don't mind the whole Jack Reacher. He kind of is in that sort of wheelhouse.
I suppose the success of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I think is the same type of staple, same time period.
Yeah, they're probably not going to base it in the 60s like that though. But I liked Man from U.N.C.L.E. I really enjoyed that.
It would, I reckon, to give it a bit of like its own identity, it would probably be better setting it in the 60s than the Cold War setting.
Yeah, but I'm worried that they'll feel it was too close to Man from U.N.C.L.E. Like I said, because that didn't do well.
Didn't do well, but it was a very enjoyable film.
I
So
loved
it'll probably find its audience on
I just
video.
think that film wasn't marketed well. Like, you know, it came and it went, and when you ask people, they say, "Oh, really? Surprised about that?" We checked it out, and we did. We really thoroughly enjoyed that. The Saint, on the other hand,
Val Kilmer, man. What has happened to Val Kilmer? You seen him now? He looks like a fucking whale.
What do you mean? Why are you so horrible?
It's
Maybe
true.
he's going through something, Eddie.
Yes.
You gotta
Going
understand.
through drive-thrus at McDonald's and KFC
Yes,
and Chipotle and everywhere else.
He might be depressed and he's eating because of that reason.
Why
You
is
gotta
he depressed? He's a
understand.
Hollywood actor.
So what?
He's
Hollywood
rich as
actors-
fuck.
Wait. So people who are rich don't get depressed?
No, it's a scientific fact.
What are you talking
It makes
about?
you happy.
Exactly.
Now, one thing I do like about this new movie, potentially, Elijah Dushku is starring, and this could be her chance to be like catapulted into the limelight. It's
Do you
going to
think
be
she
a
ever
pretty big
will?
movie.
I don't think she ever
A
will.
leading
man.
role in a
Oh,
big budget movie.
So you mean that she'll be the Saint?
No, she's not going to be the Saint. She's going to be the character Patricia Holmes.
The love interest.
So she's got she'll be a proper, genuine leading lady.
You know what? I so wish somebody would just give Elijah Dushku a break, man. I would
like
love
her.
to see her on the big screen.
I do like her.
She was in
Dollhouse.
the last episode of season of
Banshee.
There we go. And she was really good in it as a serious drug addict.
Don't worry for me. Don't worry for me.
And Roger Moore has also got a little part in this.
I like that. I always like Roger Moore, man. Because his voice. He has this voice that just puts a smile on your face. Nostalgia.
He was a happy Bond.
He was. Money Penny.
It's a happy Bond.
There's another movie that Paramount are making. One that sounds kind of interesting called Hellbent. A
Yes.
film about mercenaries that are hunting down and killing the devil.
Dude, how awesome does that sound? As soon as I read that, I thought, oh, you know what? You know, there's certain films, as soon as you read the tagline, you wish they existed so you could watch them there and then.
I'm just the possible visuals or something like that. Basically, these mercenaries are caught. I believe the basic story is they're put in prison maybe it's in Brazil or somewhere in South America. And then they're killed, executed, or murdered by a gangs in prison. But a priest somehow sets them on this mission to kill the devil. And yeah, that's the movie. So it's going to be kind of like a Dante's Inferno. If you've ever heard the story of Dante's Inferno, this crusade knight, it's an old story, tale, whatever, fable, whatever. The knight who goes into hell to try and get back his wife who's murdered and killed by a demon or the devil, whatever, and he has to try and rescue her. And they've made a computer game out of it. It's kind of crazy. And the anime, which is wicked.
She is mine.
Dante!
I have come to take a soul meant for heaven. Nothing will stop me! You will never traverse the circles of hell. Virgil, we must escape this beast!
It's like a retelling, a modern day version of that.
This sounds like it's going to go one of two ways.
Yes.
It's either going to be the worst film you've ever seen, or they're going to pull out all the stops and it is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
But it's Paramount, so it could go either way.
This is true. But just the thought of the bulk of this movie taking place in the afterlife, and they're going deeper and deeper and deeper just to get to the devil, just to kill the fucking devil. I just love the idea.
It's like the raid going downwards.
Or the Expendables going.
Oh yeah. Oh
downwards.
yes. See that idea, the Expendables going to track down
Expendables.
But I think Mo's right though. Personally, the way this sounds like it's gonna go is like completely downhill. But no point intended.
But just the idea that it sounds different and original and just something I just would love to see.
Yeah, I would.
It almost sounds like an episode of Supernatural.
I like where I was going. So what the fuck are they gonna have to kill the devil? You know that there's gonna be some sort of MacGuffin, special thing that they have that can kill the devil, a dagger or something of light.
What this also sounds, if it goes well, it also sounds like a bit of a franchise, doesn't it?
Or a spirit. So who the fuck are they gonna kill after the devil?
Yeah, exactly. No. You can't kill.
You know what we're gonna kill?
Well, Supernatural. I've done 5 whole seasons after killing the devil.
Yeah, but doesn't he come back?
No, it is so somebody else takes over the mantle of the devil and becomes the king of hell.
So they kill the devil and then they go kill God.
That'd be so fucked up. That'd be so fucked up. People protesting at the cinemas. It's kind of make me think of whatever. But yeah, I can't wait. That sounds cool. That sounds damn cool. CBS's MacGyver, the pilot, will be directed by James Wan, which you were mentioning before from Conjuring.
Yeah, but
does this make you feel a little more optimistic for this?
Well, you say directing the pilot, so they've already shot one pilot, and we watched the trailer for it earlier, and I watched it earlier in the week, and the first thing that stands out about that trailer is somebody just needs to scrap that entire project.
It looks terrible.
The only person, I think there's 2 cast members returning, and one of them is the person who's playing MacGyver, who just looks so woefully cast in that show.
The kid who played Havoc in the X-Men film, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We saw this and we just said, look, this looks like something that is a very low budget, shot in the early 2000s. It just looked pretty poor, man. And it just, I think rather than enjoying it, you're actually laughing at it. I shouldn't say that, but that's kind of how I felt. So I'm just going to be honest with you guys. And it's a shame. It's a shame.
What are you ashamed for? This looks shit.
No, it does look a shame. I didn't say I was ashamed. Oh, did I? I lost my train of thought there.
Apparently, James Wan was actually attached to direct it originally, but then conflicted with his schedule. But now he's getting another shot at it.
That's kind of bullshit that you direct a pilot and then you have to go back and do it again. What's even the point of making a trailer out of the pilot?
Actually happens quite often. There's quite a few shows out there that have had multiple pilots.
That's so bad. Why do you even bother make a trailer for it then and release it?
Well, I think they've probably taken some of the fan reaction. Executives have probably thought, well, this is a good franchise, let's try and give it its best possible debut and we'll shoot another. But like I said, it happens.
To who?
Yeah, but that's
fucking MacGyver.
It's only because of the internet now. Normally when they shoot a pilot, you don't get to see anything until it's been through the rigmarole and they've shot another one, and it then normally ends up as like an extra on the DVD or something.
Now with you having seen that trailer for this pilot, do you still think that the serious way is the better way to go rather than my MacGruber TV series?
I think there's a room for maneuver. They can do both. They can do comedy with action. It doesn't need to be dead serious.
But wasn't the first one like that anyway? So when you think about the old school one,
it was more serious and comedy.
I want the comedy version that we could have got. That was way more interesting, way more fun. MacGruber, all the way.
I don't know. I feel like you know when I talk about James Wan as well. When it comes down to, I think you should. I think when I think about his other project, Fast and Furious, that he did.
Last one, yeah. 7.
Yeah, that was obviously really bad. I felt that there was a lot of interference when it comes down to him trying to express his creativity.
It's a unique situation. Going into that.
Yeah. Yeah, when I look at this, and then I look at The Conjuring, I think this guy should just really, at the moment, although I say at the moment, that's what he's mainly been doing. He's just been focusing on horror, but he does that so well.
He's got Aquaman coming up, man. Don't forget. Aquaman.
You know what?
Aquaman, king of the water.
No, Yeah. I just have to see something else from him in order to.
He's
to give
talking
him
a lot about it, saying that he's got a lot of interest in. It's gonna surprise people. He's got a lot of interesting ideas. The only thing I'm worried about Aquaman is Amber Heard. Dead silence. Do you still want it? Apparently, there's an outrage online of DC fans saying they don't want her now.
Why
Drop
not?
her. Johnny Depp. You forgot the news that she's. I don't want to throw it to the. He's careful. He don't know what to say. He don't know what to say because
say it, Teddy.
in the
You said it
unlikely
last
situation, that it's true, it's not really fair that this woman would get abused and then get dropped from a film because of being abused. But everyone who is around from when we last conversated about this, there's been this whole influx of all this stuff. People who knew them as a couple and tried to warn Depp about her and about her character. And they've come out saying that even his ex-wife, who was married for him for over a decade or more, says that, this is bullshit. He never did anything like this. He never laid a finger on me. Like, this is crap.
So he may not have laid a finger on his ex-wife 10 years ago, but doesn't mean the man under pressure isn't changing.
At this stage in his life, man's nearly 60.
It happens.
Why not?
It's true, but abusers have a history of it. It's something which is not. It's not something that appears out of nowhere.
Wait,
generally,
so what are
generally.
you trying to say, that Amber Heard is crazy and she drove him to it? Amber Heard drove him to abuse her.
No. It's a cash grab. There was no evidence of this. That's what I'm saying. There was never anything happening. She's just doing this to up her status and her career. And all
But surely you go with if someone gets accused and they are guilty. I remember we were having this conversation last week. Say Michael Jackson guilty, even though innocent.
Yes, Eddie, you did say that. Now that I think about it,
Yeah,
you
but
were cussing him off.
Yeah, I stand by it. There was a lot of shit going on with Jackson.
But
there was
you never
constant,
saw it.
constant.
Yeah, but you never
evidence.
saw it. You didn't see it. His family stood by him and said, "You know what?"
Yeah, because he
And
was a
his
cash
friends-
cow.
His
He
friends
supported that whole
also stood by
family.
him and said, "You know what? Michael would never do something like that." And here you are today.
Name a friend.
Huh?
Name a friend. Name a real friend. All his friends were all under the age of 12. That was the problem.
That's not true.
Who did he have friends with lots of people?
They weren't real friends.
How do you know that?
They were Elizabeth Taylor. They
Oh
were
my
very
God,
good friends.
she's a
Steven
crazy
Spielberg.
ass
Very
woman.
good friends.
Very good friends. I doubt they hung out. You think it's gonna do the project damage or?
Absolutely not one bit whatsoever.
No. News is a week, sometimes in certain cases 24 hours most of the time, alright? When the release date of this film hits, you got a super cool trailer.
It's like 2 years away from that, so everyone
Alright.
forgot about it.
Yeah,
right then.
exactly. So super cool trailer hits, everyone's gonna be like on this train.
Apparently she missed a costume fitting in London while they're filming Justice League now. Apparently she came over because of all the court shit and she's underweight, she ain't in the shape that they want her to be, so that's all kind of being... It's already starting to interfere because that character makes a little cameo in Justice League. So it's already kind of interfering with the project.
You reckon she's not in the right sort of state of mind?
That too. Yo, Helen Mirren has joined Fast 8. So this is along with Charlize Theron and Helen Mirren.
So
British actress.
what is Helen
played
Mirren
the
going to do in
Queen.
Fast 8? Is she going to be driving around?
Do you think she
head
could be
to head?
the mother of Charlize Theron and Jason Statham?
I want to see her as the mother of Vin Diesel.
Oh my god. What the hell?
I think she's the mother. I reckon she's the mother of the whole lot. I bet you, because that's the whole family.
Oh god,
It's all the right age. It's all the right age. And she said she looks forward to doing her own stunt driving as well.
What are they doing?
And what do you do when you have a hero or protagonist that only ever talks about this is about family? You have to introduce antagonists which truly are family to counter it.
Could you imagine if she's... I
Dude, you haven't seen Red? She's in Red.
Yes,
she's actually really good in Red.
I know she's an amazing actress, but I just can't... I've still got a difficult time trying to understand...
We finally meet.
We had a difficult time trying to understand just seeing her saying those lines. Bring them to me. It just sounds wrong. Because it's got to be, right? It's either got to be his family or...
No, she's not. There's no way she's not gonna be Dominic Toretto's mum. Come on, who's Helen Mirren? Who's gonna?
It just sounds so messed up. Why? Why are they doing this? The franchise. Oh, you know what? I have I have no hope for this. There's no hope for this movie.
Mo's worryingly quiet because he hasn't watched any of them.
Yeah.
It's Helen Mirren. She's like a quality actress,
Have
and I'm
you
sure
seen
she will
You haven't
whatever
seen
she has
any
to
of them.
do.
You don't know the madness of this franchise.
I've seen the first 3.
Could you imagine, right? Could you imagine?
Normally, franchises die after that.
Could you imagine, right, when her kids are in trouble, it's like,
I just do this myself.
gets into a bad boy Ferrari and shoots down to try to save her kids.
So, what seems to be like a weekly topic now, Sicario 2 is going to be called Soldado, and it's going to be its own standalone movie. Apparently, the director says it's going to be more like an anthology, so it's a completely separate story, takes place at a completely different time period. And it's going to be a trilogy. This is the second part of a trilogy of films that revolve around the same world. But this actually makes sense why Emily Blunt isn't in it now.
Now, I can't remember, last week, did you say that you were excited or not?
I was, I was into it because it's a different director, but he was a good director that they've got. But I was a little disappointed that Emily Blunt wasn't coming back. But we didn't really need her because the story was done.
That was the conversation about.
That's when
me and Mo said we didn't need her back, and you said, yes, we need her back.
No, I said we need her back.
I do apologize.
How dare you?
Sorry.
How dare
Alright, I
you?
got it wrong. Fine.
But at that point though, we thought it was just going to be like a continuation of that story. But now we know that it's his own thing. It's a completely different. The only 2 characters coming back is Del Toro and Josh Brolin.
Well, just take that world, man. Like when we saw this movie first time around, and we were just my jaw was on the floor, and I wanted to see more of this. And I thought to myself, okay, if it comes to an end, that's fine because I enjoyed this film. But now to know that there's going to be an additional 2 parts. This sounds crazy. It's got me really excited because it's one of those things that I know in my mind I'm going to feel seriously uncomfortable when I see this, and a part of that gets me excited about the journey this is going to take, especially with the cast and everybody else that's been brought on.
See, you say parts. It's not parts. It's just a standalone movie in that universe.
Yeah, but
I think it's going to tell the story of how Del Toro and Josh Brolin's characters got to the point of the first film, because they already had a relationship with each other. So I think it's going to be like a take place before Sicario.
So I wasn't excited about this when we were talking about it last week. I'm even less excited now, knowing that they're doing a sideways. We're going to go back in time and cover some ground. We already know how these characters are in this particular period.
What did you enjoy about the first one?
Yeah, Mo.
What I enjoyed about that, and in fact, I think I only enjoyed really the last sort of like 25 minutes, that whole going through the tunnel, and getting after the kingpin, and yeah, that was the best bit of the film.
But are you saying that's all you enjoyed? That's it?
I think that's the bit I enjoyed the most.
But like as an overall film, so
it was a good, enjoyable movie.
So the world doesn't excite you, getting to know how Del Toro's character got to where he was, how everyone feels.
No, because we know how it ends. So I know you're going to say it's the journey and the story, but this reminds me of, do you know The Departed?
Yeah.
That was based on a Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs. And the second part and the third part is exactly like this. So it's prequels, it was to tell them how the story started, and that was just terrible.
When you first heard news that we were going to get prequels to Star Wars, were you not excited?
That's Star Wars.
Oh my god.
That is Star Wars.
Hypocrite.
Dude, you're
hypocrite.
And how did that work out, Eddie?
Very badly. But this...
I've been burned.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
How often are prequels any good? The Hobbit.
But just think about this. Wait.
Yeah,
that was good.
He's the one. He's the one that likes it.
It was a good film. It was a good movie. I liked it.
There was 3 of them.
Yeah.
Are you being...
There's 3 of them.
Yes, I know. When I saw all 3 on the cinema.
Are
I
you being
saw
sponsored by Peter Jackson?
Could you imagine that? I'm just really shocked you just said what you did. That you are not excited about this film.
Crazy.
Even less excited about it now.
You're just rubbish. You know, how can you not be excited about this movie, Mo?
Let's wait till we see a trailer.
Leave him to it. He'll eat his words. He'll eat his words, son. We'll just shove it in his face. His face in the laptop. Look at that trailer. How beautiful does that look? So, Evan Peters, Quicksilver, Yeah. From the start, from the X-Men movies. Yeah. He wants to have a crossover movie with Deadpool.
Everyone wants a crossover movie with Deadpool.
Yeah, but
goodness,
how fun would the Quicksilver crossover be?
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
Yes.
The only good character out of the last X-Men movie with Deadpool. That would be lovely.
Wait. No, he was.
Well, who else was good in that? Well, I liked Psylocke a bit, I guess, but it was
Gene was.
He was the best.
Yeah, he was the best, but Gene was. All those characters were pretty good. You did a friggin'. Have you forgotten your review, Eddie?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've watched it since, and yeah.
Anyway, okay. Well, look, I just have to say that this sounds like, out of all the X-Men characters about crossing over into Deadpool's world.
Well, it's not crossover. It's all one world.
Yeah, all right. Going into the Deadpool, making an appearance in the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
That sounds really, really... Just the chemistry. I'm just thinking about the chemistry of those two characters.
Problem is the aging, though. How's that going to be handled?
Wait.
Because X-Men, the last one, even though you couldn't tell because of how Bryan Singer didn't really bother put any deeper references, that's in the 70s. Yeah, Deadpool is now contemporary. So it's gonna be a very different looking.
They've done time travel before.
They fucked up time travel. You mean that Fox universe is a mess now?
Can Quicksilver
travel so fast?
Yeah. Nah, he ain't the Flash. They don't do that with Quicksilver.
But maybe he's like in an explosion and it catapults him into the future.
They're not gonna buy that. They can't rip that shit off from DC.
Wait, but he has time travel. Well, Wolverine in the Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Kitty sent him back in time in the same body. So
I don't know. It's not. But there's got to be a way. I don't mind, even if he just appeared in to see Deadpool in the Deadpool movie. That'll be fine. I don't care. They don't need to explain that. I just want to see these two characters on screen together.
You don't care about logic, then. You don't like your films making sense. You just want the characters to happen.
But
and
these are movies where you you get bit by a radioactive spider and instead of dying, you get superpowers.
Yeah, those ones work though. These ones, the freaking X-Men ones are falling apart because it's just logic is just gone from Singer's brain. It's just a
but he's this Deadpool,
and it's done really badly. By the way, it's so bad.
All right, forget about the X-Men. Right? Well, you can't forget about Quicksilver, but just think about it.
But yeah, obviously, there would be awesome to have those two characters together.
Yeah, and say there isn't really much logic.
How to make it happen?
Okay, let's just say he appears.
Just appears. At the start of the movie, no one's gonna answer the question. What he's doing
happens. There. I don't know, but he just appears.
So what you're saying? One day he wakes up and it's like 40 years later.
Yes, that's a really way to start the movie. What do you reckon?
Yeah, but you need to age him 40 years.
Does he actually age? How his age might be the way.
Maybe that's their way around it. Maybe they can just put in a little reference, say his mutant thingy just ages slower because his metabolism's going so. But if his metabolism's going quicker, then he should age quicker. Oh no, fuck!
Maybe his metabolism just works better because it works so fast.
It regenerates. Maybe, but that would be fun. That would be cool. And last but not least. Oh, it is least, actually. What am I saying? This is the only time that actually does make sense. Last and definitely least, SHREK is returning.
So, what is it? SHREK 4?
I don't know. Don't care. I hate SHREK.
Even the first one?
First one was enjoyable. But then they should have just stopped there.
But they're not going to stop there, are they?
Does Eddie Murphy need more money?
Apparently, I guess. Donkey, remember?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Michael Myers needs it the most, though. Because he has nothing else.
No, isn't there talks about he might be coming back to do another...
That won't work.
Why do you think it won't work?
Because the last one didn't work. It sucked. No, that humour has run its course.
You reckon?
Austin Powers. The last one flopped. And then he had The Guru. Remember that one?
No.
Yeah, I think he went downhill after The Guru.
Yeah. The Guru was down. Actually, no, I think Goldmember was down. It's just gone. People don't care about that shit anymore.
I think they do, Eddie, man. I think people tell us, do you not care about Austin Powers? I think people do.
You have to believe the best in people.
I think it's important. In regards to SHREK, though, I don't really have... What's saying that? If they come up with a really cool story, I don't mind it. I'll go watch it.
So you don't mind an elderly, bloated Austin Powers?
Actually, now that you put it like that,
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Go, yeah, baby. That's shit. Come on. No.
yeah, okay. Now that you'll say, okay, fair enough. I hear you.
Okay, but Shrek though, you actually kind of. I guess
it's
it could depend
one.
on the story. If they come up with something interesting, maybe.
But I think Shrekers, to be honest, no. You know what? Even now that I'm just. Oh my God, Eddie, why did you have to say it like that? Yes, all right, fine. I'm on your side here. I just don't have any interest in Shrek either. Mo, any interest in Shrek?
If it's good, I'll see it. If it's not,
No,
I'll avoid it.
You won't see it. You know,
I've seen the first two.
Yeah, you're not going to see
But
it.
there was a third one.
Yeah, but the second one wasn't great, so...
I think, actually, how many have there been?
Let's have a look.
It's going to be about 4.
I actually think there's
Diaz
4.
also in that as well.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy. I'm leaning towards 4.
No.
See, that doesn't bode well that we don't even know how many there's been.
No.
So there is Shrek, there is Shrek 2, Shrek 3, Shrek Forever After, Shrek 4D, Shrek the Halls,
No,
Shrek the Musical.
The other ones are cashy ones. But
Yeah.
yeah, so there's 4 proper ones then.
Huh.
So this is the 5th fucking... Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Even Toy Story's only got 3, and there's a 4th one coming.
But Toy Story's so good.
Exactly.
They always get it right with Toy Story. Wait, what is this about? Okay, with what's his name?
Let it out.
I can't. You know what? I'm drinking this stuff I think it's making me lose my memory.
So I'm an alcoholic, everybody. I think this is a great opportunity to actually break the news to the listener. This is an intervention. We've been masquerading as a podcast for the last 16 weeks. So we get into it.
Okay, and you're the one who keeps on saying to me, "Drink. You need to drink." Try to help.
Your devil on your shoulder.
It's like every week you come on, just like Simon. You need to drink, guys. I'm an alcoholic, and Eddie keeps on trying to make me drink throughout the show.
Guys, what do you think about an episode? I'm talking to you, the listeners, where we just drink shots throughout the whole thing. That would be fun.
I'm Muslim.
Quote unquote.
Right, with Eddie Murphy, if I'm not mistaken, is there talks about a new Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
They've been talking about that for years, though.
No, but
Apparently it's moving forward. I think they've got 2 new directors. So it's a duo. So that could mean one of 2 things. Either it's those Crank guys, because they're a duo.
Belgium dudes, aren't they?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or it's the John Wick guys, because they're a duo. Or the Civil War guys, the Russo brothers, because they're a duo. Or the Wachowskis, because they're a duo.
Oh my God! Wait,
so it's either one of the 4. Crank.
Yeah.
John Wick. Woo. Civil War. Woo. Matrix. Ooh. That wasn't making a reference to that. But they started good. It was woo, as in they started good with the Matrix, and it's just been downhill their career since then.
Didn't they also make a TV movie of Beverly Hills Cops where it was the son?
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that kind of didn't.
If one of those?
It depends who it is. Russo's, like I said, I'd be interested. John Wick guys, I'd be interested. But the Crank guys, nope.
Why?
Because the Crank movies I love. They're fun, but they are ridiculous, but they're kind of fun. What are you pitting yourself for?
You know what? I'm like, because I've been having
massaging himself.
No. You know acupuncture. I've just recently had some acupuncture done on my chest. So like, I'm just like.
You say that, but you're attacking a woman. She stabbed you. That's basically what happened. And you're just writing off in your head as acupuncture. Stab wound.
Why are you so horrible? You're so why?
True fool.
See, why are you just
need
so
people like me in your
horrible
life.
to me on the podcast, Eddie?
You need people like me in your life.
Stop being horrible to people like me.
Like you.
Yeah, alcoholics.
Right, so can I ask quickly, did anyone check out Voltron this week?
I'm waiting to watch it.
It's getting some really good rave reviews.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to start doing a watch along with it. You guys can join me on ref.tv.
How many watch alongs are you doing now?
It's not that one. I'm finishing Adrian this week, so yeah, that'll be the one I do from next week.
And you're doing Archer as well?
I haven't started that one yet. I do that when I'm on holiday. But yeah, okay. Have you seen any of them yet?
I've seen about like 10 minutes of the first episode. I just wanted to see what it was like. The animation looks pretty good. I suppose you've got to like watch an entire episode to get a feel for it. But the fact that it's getting some good reviews, and Netflix have done this awesome little commercial to go with it, where people tell their stories of them being Brotrons.
Oh,
it's like a tongue-in-cheek type advert.
Can you bring up the trailer?
Yep.
For Voltron. Get it up nice and loud so the people can hear it. Because I haven't actually checked any of it out even to see the animation. Alright, here goes.
Look alive, team. And there she blows.
Can anyone point out the mistakes these three made in the simulator?
The engineer puked in the main gearbox. Sorry.
She looks like
You know, for someone in a space exploration program, you don't have much of a
Airbender, the
sense
new
of
one.
adventure.
I've been scanning the system and picking up alien radio chatter.
Very much like
They
it.
keep repeating one word, Voltron.
It is time to reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Yes. Soon we will rule the universe.
Guys, you should come see this.
It's on the badge, you know.
Yeah.
Whoa. Good kitty.
Raw.
The worst pilot ever! Where are we?
That's sick, man.
You five were brought here for a reason. Together, you will form Voltron. The greatest weapon ever known. Protector of the innocent. And our only hope to save the universe.
Guess who?
No pressure.
Oh, he's got his sword as well.
Defenders of the universe, huh? It's got a nice ring to it.
DreamWorks Voltron. Legendary Defender.
Yeah, so some caliber behind that.
Only on Netflix.
I haven't seen an anime for some time. The animation piece that I was watching that was Yu-Gi-Oh! I was still watching.
God.
Why did you say that?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the bottom of the bottom. There's
Shut
so
up.
many better.
Shut
so
up.
many better
Have you watched
animes.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Have you watched Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, when I was watching it at your
No,
house.
you haven't. You know what
I
you
watched them at your
and
house.
You were saying, "Oh my god,
The
this
show
is
about
amazing."
the schizo kid who had he was the innocent kid on one hand, but then
Eddie.
suddenly he was switching. Going, yes,
Eddie.
I am.
You were loving it back in the days. Anyway, but that's the last stuff that I watched. Now, after seeing that, I really want to pick up, not just on anime, but I need to see that TV show, man. And I didn't know, like, friggin' Netflix is now doing anime as well.
Yeah, Adrian, the one I've been watching, that's a Netflix.
They do like
that's a
30
Netflix
animated shows a year.
They do a lot.
I need to get a Netflix account.
Adrian's cool. It's about these people who can't die. It's like a new part of evolution in the human gene pool.
Anyone that has a Netflix account, Mo and Eddie won't give me theirs. So can you please give me your code so I
It's
could?
so cheap.
Why?
Just pay for it.
I stole
£7.
I stole lollipops. I tell you this the other day.
Yeah, she did. So I was a klepto as well now. This is why we need to have this intervention.
You steal stuff all the time.
I don't steal anything.
Yes, you do.
I'm
I'm
the
not
most
gonna
honest
go.
person
No.
you know.
You actually are the most honest
There
person
you
I
go.
know.
See?
But you still do steal. I know you.
I
do.
never steal.
Hold on. So you're saying he's the most honest person that you know, but he still steals?
See, you
Are you
see the
saying just because
contradiction?
he's black?
No.
You see the
Are you
contradiction?
saying
Oh
that?
Yes.
my
Are you saying
God!
that,
I can't believe you
Thank
just
you,
said
Mo.
that.
Well,
You're a dick for even
Spotted
bringing
it.
that up. You've always been a dick, Mo.
truth comes
You're a
out.
dick when we play Street
Finally.
Fighter. Now you're even a bigger dick.
Honest,
How
but
can you
you're
say
black,
that?
so obviously you steal. That's basically what you were saying.
I'm saying.
Well,
Get it
actually,
in.
let's be fair. You did get into old lady's car the other day and try to jack her.
That was an accident.
Yes.
No, ladies and gentlemen,
No, it
I
was.
was coming out of a supermarket and Salem's had a certain car, a white Jaguar, and I climbed into it thinking, oh, that's my friend Salem's car. And it wasn't, it was somebody else's. A big confusion.
Who was scared, the little old
Hopeless.
lady or you?
Hopeless
Me,
lady.
both of us. She could have, you never know, she could have been like a ninja assassin or something.
Hopeless lady. Like sitting there waiting for her husband.
It's time to enter the throne room.
Like how you put that to bed. Alright, the phone room. Come on then.
Let's get in then. So, last week, I hate doing this at this time, man, because we're so freaking behind. As soon as this goes up, they're already watching the next one.
No, They'll
And
be
this
watching the next one tomorrow or early tonight or this morning.
You expect this is gonna be up today.
This refreshes their memories.
Well, now that you're not doing anything for E3, you can put it up tonight.
So what was the last week?
So last week we were having a conversation about
no one. That was the
about
episode.
Arya.
You are rubbish.
You are rubbish. You were wrong as well.
What are you talking about? I was fucking right.
You were talking about a blood sack.
No, okay, wait. Wait, hold on. Fuck off. No. Apart from that, I got everything right.
You got nothing right.
Shut up. You were talking about the old man is Arya.
You were saying,
That's what you were
she's
saying.
laying a trap. She
Yeah,
crawled
you
to
say
Lady Crane
Yes.
to find a place to sleep, and then Lady Crane died.
Right, okay. Okay. So that's what she did. But I got the second part right, that how she would lead this girl to the tunnels inside these alleyways, and the what's the sword called? Needle will be waiting there, and she will kill her. That's
No,
what I said.
you didn't say any of that.
Eddie, I did say the second half, right? Remember, you were on the phone with me the other day, and you said, "You know what, Mo is rubbish." He doesn't know what the
Mo
fuck
was right off. Mo was way off that it was gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
Posing as Arya.
No,
but you
Come
forgot
on.
one thing though. You forgot one thing though in
Yeah.
that theory that in order to pose as somebody else, as somebody, you have that person has to be dead because that's how they take the faces.
Let's just wait
So Arya
until
would have
the
had to have
book
been
comes
dead.
out and J.R. Martin puts like the real
You're
thing
just
that's
scum. You really are. Just
Looks.
fucking admit you were completely way off, and we were right. At least on the second half, anyway.
Wow. The man,
Most
the nameless
spineless.
man, is masquerading as Arya.
That's what he said. Oh god.
You were so sure as well.
Yeah, you should have heard yourself. You were like you were gonna punch
I
us
did
in the
hear
face.
myself
Yeah.
when I heard the thing back.
This is what it is. I'm telling you, it's the old man who's Arya, and not just that, the size as well.
Oh, and they're always so magic. They could change their size.
It could have been a possibility. The writers weren't brave enough to do something real and challenging. They just went for I'll just run around while I've been stabbed again.
Let's skip the Arya stuff until the end. So the other stuff that happened in this episode.
So, the Hound, just brutal as you can possibly be in his opening scene.
Yeah. They kind of clipped him down a bit. He didn't get a chance to really kind of fuck people up the way we wanted. Oh, but the guys at the camp,
Yeah, he hacked them to bits,
that
man.
guy in between the legs.
Yeah.
But even when he got to the other guys, when they were all hung up,
Get ready to be hung,
yeah, he said, give me 2 of them. No, give me all 3.
Yeah.
And they give him 2, but they say, look, you could only hang them. So he would have like sliced them up, man.
I just like the way he so casually takes the boots off that dead guy.
He ain't gonna use it. Well, I know. The Hound is back. I just can't wait to see how he inserts himself in this bigger battle that's going to be coming down the road.
Yeah, I'm
not necessarily the one that's going to be this week, but even a bigger one coming.
Arya's got to tag up with him again, right? Something's got to happen there.
If he's going to cross paths with somebody, it's either going to be Brienne or
Well, it makes
Sansa.
it makes the most sense that those two will tag up again at some point.
Arya.
But yeah, because they've got history together.
Yeah, but so does him and Brienne though as well, because she's the one that.
But they're all kind of
nearly killed him,
they
man.
will probably all eventually end up at the same place. She'll probably come back from
want that,
Volantes,
but this is
and she'll hear that there is a battle.
Game of Thrones. No one ever gets where they're supposed to be, where it makes sense for them to logically be.
Well, have you
That's
noticed-
what's been the most frustrating thing about those books.
Well, no, have you noticed this season everyone gets to where they need to be really quickly?
Yeah, that's because Georgia, these aren't freaking based on the books anymore. These other writers know how to fucking
It's
do
like
it properly.
Jamie left King's Landing one episode, and he was at the Riverlands the next.
Yeah, I like it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
So we have Cersei, who has been demanded an audience with the Sparrows, or the High Sparrow, and she has that killing machine with her.
That was funny, man. That was funny. Come with us. No, was it? What was the line?
I choose violence.
Yeah, that don't shoot. That what did they say to her?
Come with us, or there'll be violence.
Yeah, that's when the beautiful line. I choose violence. Yes. And then ass kicking begins.
You know what? But go on, sorry.
I was gonna say, has she chewed off more than she can?
Yeah. Especially now that there isn't combat by.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can't use her.
Mountain can't defend her, can't fight on her behalf.
Could you imagine that, right? When this show started, the power she had, just what she could do, but now she's just been like slowly sliced and stripped away everything that she held dear, to the point even her own son doesn't want to talk to her.
Coming the fuck, sorry, man.
So a couple of weeks ago, he was pledging how sorry he was and the fact that he didn't act, and now he's throwing his mom to the wolves. And no more trial by combat.
Do you feel sorry for her?
A little bit.
Yes.
And I hate to admit it. I hate to admit it, but I'm actually rooting for her and Jamie. I hate to admit it, but I kind of am. I want to see them fuck people up. I want to see them get their revenge.
Oh, I thought you were rooting for them as you wanted them to be a happy couple.
No, but I want to see them get revenge on the people around them. Like, I want to see that.
They started a lot of this sorry stuff.
I know.
In fact, Cersei actually is to blame for everything that's going on because she arranged the death of the king.
Very true. In the bigger, broader story, obviously, I don't want them to be the winners or the victors. But in this smaller issue that they have with the High Sparrow and the Sparrows and the whole church thing, that I want them to be victorious.
So wait, let me just understand this. So Cersei and her brother caused a lot of this shit. The Sparrow and his very nice people have stepped in to ease and simplify the situation.
Very nice people,
right?
Fundamentalists.
to help this situation just kind of just disappear slowly, and and you want her to win?
Yeah.
You're messed up. You're crazy.
I
you know
find
that.
it satisfying.
You are twisted. You are evil, and you are sick.
I find it satisfying.
What? After everything she's done?
Yeah.
Ned Stark is because of her.
No, that's a different battle. That's a different thing, and they'll get their comeuppance for that. But in this story, in King's Landing, just that bubble of King's Landing, I want them to get their revenge. I want to see the mountain crushed, High Sparrow's head.
Man of God, Eddie, what sort of person are you?
You were just telling us last week about your Sunday school upbringing.
Is it a single god or is it 5 gods?
It's there's lots of gods, isn't it? There's the 7. There's the many-faced god. There's
the one that they are the 7.
It's the 7.
It's 7 gods. Yeah, so it's not just a man of God. It's man of gods.
Okay.
So next up, we have something I like to refer to as the Tyrion show.
I don't like. I love Tyrion as a character. He's been my most favourite, consistent one through the past seasons. But this season, it's been a waste because he hasn't had nothing to do. And it's just, I feel that whenever he's there, it's just kind of grinds everything that he's involved with. That whole storyline, it's just.
Did you not like his joke?
No, all of that stuff is boring.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Eddie. Every time I see him now, I want something more. It just seems like he's fucking up all the time, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, it's not like Missandei's joke.
Yeah, but Missandei's joke was actually really good.
Oh, it was.
Yes, it was. Tell me a joke, Eddie. Tell us a joke.
Did you not like Grey Worm's joke?
What did you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
Nothing. You haven't already told her twice.
No, nothing, because you've already been told once.
You're so twisted.
No, that doesn't work.
No, 1 black eye. It's supposed to be 1 black eye. Nothing. It's supposed to be told once. Yeah, there you go.
Is that your thinking?
Dude, sort your laptop out. It keeps going to sleep.
Black eyes. Is that your thinking, Eddie?
No, it should be cradled. Close and told. It was your told.
I think we should just
my God! What the hell are you talking about?
So anyway, what's next?
You're going to get so much of hate for that, Eddie.
What's next?
So, we now have Meereen under attack. After Tyrion worked his magic.
That sequence was real cool.
At first I actually thought, oh look, the Grey Worms have, the Greyjoys have arrived already.
Yeah, for a second I thought, nah, it's way too quick.
So are the Greyjoys going to arrive to help save the day?
No, 1,000 ships.
There are 1,000 ships, but they are seafaring people.
I've still got to build 1,000 ships from
No, not those ones. The ones that, so it's...
the bro,
yeah.
But how would they even know that who's who? So they arrive, they see like this city on fire. Like, what'd they do? Like,
you're bringing too much logic into it now.
Excuse me.
Well, they'll probably see dragons attacking the ships and assume that they've got to attack the ships as well.
Did you cheer when you saw Daenerys come down? I knew it was definitely the dragons when you hear that something landed on the roof.
You knew eventually she was going to have to come back.
Yeah. But the thing is, what the fuck's happened to the other two? What was the point in that whole sequence that we saw a couple episodes back of Tyrion?
Well, they're unchained now.
Yeah, but what was... but they're still there.
So maybe now they'll hear their brother or they'll hear their mother and they will just break out.
But they did. Yeah, but what's the point then? Like,
because
why didn't Tyrion just let them out then? Because what's the point of taking off the chains if they're still locked in?
If he's gonna let them out, who's gonna control them?
But what was the point of taking that whole sequence of taking the chains off in the first place?
Okay, he was drunk.
Yeah, because didn't he say afterwards, if I ever have an idea like this again, don't let me do it?
Yeah, it made the whole thing a pointless thing.
Well, no, they're not chained anymore, so they now can escape.
It still seems pointless. Neri's just gonna go down there now, so it made the whole thing, how long that thing was, we could have been somewhere else, some other interesting story.
Maybe wasn't it more to do with like Dragon's trusting him, so there might be a relationship later on down the line that connects them seeing him as somebody to be trusted.
Yeah. Hopefully, if that pays off down the line, then yeah, that's cool. But I'm skeptical whether it will, because that whole Tyrion thing's just been pointless this season. Man. It really has.
So I think where most of the interesting characters are now are at the Riverlands. So we had a really nice scene between Brienne and Jaime.
Yeah.
A reunions of sort where she's trying to hand back the sword.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep. A fantastic scene between Jaime and Edmure.
Yeah.
And how he just broke him.
Oh man, the way he did that as well.
Bron's back.
And any scene Bronn is in is a fantastic scene. Teaching Podrick how to fight.
That was funny. I love Podrick. He's a nice guy. I think him and Brienne are like the only good, truly good people in this whole world.
Jon Snow.
No, he's an idiot though. He's killed people.
Brienne.
Yeah.
And she's also teaching what's his name to kill people as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I did like the bit where he goes, "I'll teach you to fight like me," and then he just slaps him in the face.
Yeah, I love Bronn. That was cool. What did you think of then of Blackfish? You think he was in his right mind to do what he said he would do, to want to stay and fight for his home, or do you think it was selfish?
That just sounded like the most illogical decision you could make. Either fight and die, or go somewhere where you can make a difference. And it just tells me this guy had no more story left to play and the writers just killed him off.
It tells me a lot about you then when it comes to the idea of fighting for your honour of your ancestors. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. He would just be happy to upstick some run.
So he was going to fight where his men had put all their swords down. So instead of going with Brienne and making a difference and then coming back with an army...
In that situation, he should have gone.
Yeah.
When he was with Brienne by the gate, yeah. But before that...
No, not by the gate, when they were underneath in the boat at the end. She was like, come with us.
But I mean, before that, would you have still done what he did? And
No. Prior to that, I would have, like you said, he could have held that siege for 2 years. So at that point, they could either... Things in King's Landing and the surrounding areas could have changed, and other people could have come to their aid. So that was absolutely right. But just to die, for nothing...
Oh, have you been annoyed that so many deaths this episode happened off screen? 3. His, Blackfish, the actress, and the waif.
Oh, right. Okay, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. 3 major deaths.
Yeah,
Why
but...
did we not see it? What?
Yeah, but...
That was just annoying.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I mean, like Mo said... Mo just said, I didn't even think about that. So, like...
No, you're talking about the waif, though.
And Lady Crane.
But there's so many, like, you get to the point where shit's about to happen, suddenly it cuts away and cuts back, and it's just...
Why do you like seeing people being stabbed and killed? What is it?
Because it's...
You are a bit weird.
Did you want to see the waif get her upcomings?
I wanted to see her sitting there on her chest, just carving it with needles, getting the skin off.
So she had to fight in the dark.
I've got a question to ask you, actually. So if you put yourself in Edmure Tully's place, would you have done what he did?
This is the little shit stain that betrayed. But the thing is, he saved.
So he was told, basically, surrender your castle and I'll let you live and I won't do anything to your child and to your wife.
Yeah, it depends on what he did it for. If he was truly doing it to save his wife, who apparently doesn't give a shit about anyway.
He clearly does.
We established before. He doesn't. It was just the rain. He's only been with her one night.
Yeah, but he probably cares about his kid though.
Possibility, but he's never met his kid. I don't think.
Huh.
And
But was it? But the thing is, was he doing it for them, or was he just doing it as a self-preservation? Because they've been dubious in his in the way they've portrayed him. He looks like he is kind of cowardly in some of the things that he's done. That he would do anything he can to save himself. But at the same time, he could have done it out of honor to save.
Yeah. And this is the Jamie that you like, yes? This is the Jamie you were complaining that we didn't see.
He went dark this episode.
Just so unmerciless.
He went dark this episode, saying he was catapult. He launched the child. Catapult at the walls. Wow. Oh,
if Jamie, if we could go into the Game of Thrones world and Jamie like put the baby on the catapult, you'd be like his cheerleader, wouldn't you? Like, Jimmy,
launch it higher. Oh, Jimmy, set it on fire. No, yeah. But you didn't say. Well, did you think he was right in doing what he did?
It kind of because they didn't tell you the extent of the deal. Did he say that you and your men can then leave, or are you going to be prisoners? Because you think the logical place for them now is to march to Winterfell. But they had to surrender all their weapons.
I don't know.
So
man.
obviously Edmure doesn't know what's going on there, but obviously Brienne must have said something to somebody. Or she did say the Blackfish is now dead.
his men could have died. His kid and his wife could have died. Although fine, he never met them ever. But still, like all those people walk free now. The other dude, on the other hand, who
they
wanted
live.
it.
Not necessarily free, but they live.
Yeah, they live. You know, that's something, right? If you were in this situation, what would you do?
Yeah, but is it better to live a prisoner?
But you don't know that
or
they
to
were
die.
gonna be a
That's the
prisoner.
whole thing. Eh? Live as a prisoner or die as a free man. When you saw back.
Well, if you're a prisoner, you've always got the chance of escape.
And being a free man.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
If you die, you're just dead.
But this is a world of honor. This is a world where it's a good thing.
You can get your honor back.
Not always.
You wouldn't survive long in that world, would you?
Oh, that very quickly.
There was a very touching scene there at the end with Brienne and Podrick in the boat.
That was goofy. That was so stupid that she waved.
Well, because he waved first.
It looked dumb. Did he?
Yeah, he was looking at them and he waves, and she waved back.
That was so dumb because they wouldn't have to see each
No,
other.
they wouldn't. I was thinking that, but I suppose he knew who it was.
Yeah, it looked a bit goofy. They should have just nodded at each other.
Nodded? At least they could maybe see. Did you see that? At least they could see the hand. Or
How do you nod, Eddie? He is like,
oh, here we are.
Right.
So now to the main event.
Arya
versus the Waif.
You're just rubbish, Mo. Like,
hey, you're not gonna let him forget about it, are you?
Come on, like, think about what Mo said. Mo said people.
We know what Mo said.
Yeah, they need to be reminded that how rubbish.
yeah,
and
but
what
you
Mo,
were like,
the
she's got a
logic.
blood sack and she's laying a trap. She wasn't laying a trap.
I admit where I'm wrong, but at least I got half of that story right.
What, that she killed the waif?
No, what I said is she's gonna lead her through the streets into an alleyway.
Oh, you knew that she was going to lead her into an alleyway.
Did that not annoy you?
Be there.
Did that not annoy you? That after having her guts fucking split out and barely having the most minimal medical attention, that she was able to run around like Bourne or freaking Assassin's Creed over walls and through the crowd, so easily and slickly.
But she did have the what was that puppy of?
That just makes you sleep. It doesn't.
That's
heal
just
your
like
pain.
alcohol, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't there?
That put her asleep.
Isn't there sort of any anesthetic or something that she had?
Oh.
All right. Okay. Well, then the other way of looking at it is, yes, you are right. But then, if you think about the time frame of how the waif, the time frame of the waif getting to where Arya was in the Game of Thrones world, it could have been weeks.
No, it was like a day.
That was like overnight.
Yeah.
A few hours.
Yeah, but no, it may seem like that, but maybe it was.
They all live in the same town.
Yeah, it was Arya went because you compare it to all the other stories. Everything just took place over that one night.
Yeah,
Arya went to sleep. The actress woke up and.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. But yeah, it did annoy me. But at the same time, fight or flight, right? You know, could you imagine that you have to fight regardless of what the hell is going on?
Wasn't that she was fighting? Is that the fact that she was able to free run through the streets?
Yeah. Well, you know, if some fucking crazy maniac dude was after you, and you had been stabbed, wouldn't you try to do the very best to try to forget about what's happened?
You could try, but to just biology dictates that you're just gonna drop to your knees after making 2 steps.
Mind over matter. He's something you don't believe in.
And then in that state, pick up a sword and beat somebody who's not injured at all.
She could fight in the dark, man. She can because she's been like practicing while she's been blind, isn't it?
She's been blind for a while. That was actually funny. That was actually cool. Yeah, there's no real other way they could have done that though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I can forgive them not seeing the wave die. I can go with that.
Yeah.
But maybe she didn't die because she didn't see it.
No, the freaking had a face, dude. What the fucking planet you're on? Your logic. Could you imagine if Mo was a storyteller or a director? Like, it'd just be a complete mess.
That final scene between the faceless man and Arya was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He almost had this massive smile on his face. Like he knew this was what was going to happen.
He did, but yeah. No, yeah. It was... He seemed to be kind of happy that the wave was gone.
Yeah. Like, no more dealing with her.
So, I am Arya Stark of Winterfell.
The girl has no name. Even after that, he wanted her to say, I have no name.
Yeah, jeez. Do you actually think that was who he was? Or do you think he was wearing a face?
Maybe he's the waif.
I just...
Or Arya is the waif. Oh,
don't listen to Mo. Just don't listen.
That's it. We figured it out.
Arya's
dead.
You know
there's
got to be one final twist at the end where Arya just goes like this.
And it's the wave.
It's actually Ned Stark.
Off the going back.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Could you imagine if Mo was in charge of Game of Thrones? That's what it would be.
God.
That's exactly what it'd be. Arya, you are dead. The
dragon
wave. It's a dragon.
Oh, shit.
Jon was dead. The Hound was dead. Admiral Tully was dead. Catherine Stark was dead.
No, hold up.
Oh,
hold
sorry,
up.
Caitlin Stark was dead.
Hold up.
She had her like a throat slit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to... Do you actually think that's going to happen now? That he's stolen her? That's the big word, that it's going to be the case.
Hold your neck so the blood doesn't. What's that film with Tom Hardy where his neck gets sliced and he holds it together and he goes to the hospital a couple of years back. It'll come to me a bit later on. Go on.
I remember that one. But yeah, so do you think Stoneheart's coming?
Lawless.
Without... Yeah, that was cool. Without actually saying who it is to the people who don't know about it, do you think Stoneheart's coming?
You can't tell whether they're actually going to go down this branch of the book or not. But the fact that the Lord of Light is still in it, there's a good chance.
Well, they planted the seeds. They brought that brotherhood back, so they're the ones that do it. Brienne's kind of in the right sort of place because there's a little crossover there with that one. Yep. So it's all the seeds are there for Stoneheart to appear.
Why not? If it's in the book, why not? Right?
You don't know about Stoneheart, do you?
No, I know you did tell me. You told me a couple of years back.
Okay. Do you remember who she is though?
Yeah, it's what's her name?
You don't want to ruin it for the people, but okay.
Yeah, you're the one that told me.
The thing is this one person back from the dead too many?
Probably won't be the last.
Yeah, probably not. So this week,
Stannis. We didn't see Stannis die.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as they go, they come back. It's just like it's...
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Stannis is the reinforcements for this battle with the bastards this week.
Didn't his army all perish?
Maybe they didn't. That's what I'm saying. You don't see it. So maybe he just comes out of the forest, reinforcements.
The Red Witch seems to have just disappeared as well.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just old now. She used up all her powers.
That's another thing they need to explain. I want to see more of that.
Well, you want to see her as old naked lady, Eddie?
I just want to know the story behind it. That's
Creep
all.
into bed with the old naked Red Witch.
What about the other Red Witch as well? I want to know.
Yes.
I want to see if she comes back. Yes. But who do you think's going to win Battle of the Bastards this week? Let's put it out there. Come on, we got to put our predictions down. Is it going to be Jon Snow or is it going to be Bolton?
It's got to be Snow.
Finally, something has to go right for the North.
But he's outnumbered though, man.
Doesn't matter.
He is.
But it needs reinforcements.
Dude.
Littlefinger.
I bet you they're losing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then Littlefinger comes out with his people.
Or it
fingers.
It would be
Little
typical.
fingers.
It would be typical of the Game of Thrones for that not to happen. Or there'd be a twist, right? So Littlefinger comes along, he helps them out, and then he arrests them all, and he claims Winterfell for himself.
That sounds like a possibility. That's very Games of Thronesian. And he says to Sansa, "No, I did it for you. You will be my queen."
His voice, man.
Because I think he's got a thing for Sansa.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she kind of likes him as well when she trusts him.
And are we going to see Bolton the Bastard die a horrific death?
Oh, next episode. Not this episode, the one after. Because we've got 2 left, innit?
Yes.
He just needs to have a slow death.
Flayed
like
alive.
over an entire season.
One limb at a time. So, okay, so you think the Boltons are going to win for a while, or be winning. The Littlefinger comes. Yeah, I see that happening, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Normally Mo's wrong, but I'm gonna have to agree with him.
I'm not trusting Sansa. I think Sansa and Jon. I don't think it's all harmony there. There seems to be a little.
Well, she's a proper Stark and he's a bastard.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. That she's kind of feeling a little insecure. That she feels she has to stamp her Stark authority on this.
But if she gets her other brother back, it'll be like, yeah, who are you, Snow? Outside with the dogs.
Yeah, when the fuck is Rickon gonna become a character? Not even just someone who's worthwhile, just a character in himself. Because he's just there, apparent occasionally. We actually gonna have him do something this season. Well, not this season. It's gonna be next season.
He is the smallest.
He's the youngest, but he's actually pretty big now. When we last saw him, he's a full-on teenager.
I think that's just like biology.
Yeah, they've got to get him to do something next season, man. If they don't kill him in that last battle, catapult his head. Jon Snow. Who knows? I guess that's it, guys, from this week for another Talking Out the Movies. That was fun. That was a cool one. Son, where can they find you?
Oh, you're giving me the opportunity to talk first. Well, guys, you can find me at Bollyfools. We're on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Hook us up down there, and we will tag you back.
Well,
the Oracle
Facebook page.
Yes.
Facebook.com/talking
the way he says it, like he's doing stuff on the Facebook page.
Go there, you'll find excitement. See me at Talking At The Movies on Twitter and YouTube. Go to Talking At The Movies on iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. It helps us out. It helps people to find us. And give us a review. Doesn't even have to be nice. Just give us a 5-star and we'll read it online.
Oh, yeah, you said what? Wait, did you just say on Facebook?
No, this is on iTunes.
iTunes. Yeah. Also, guys, definitely go and tag us up on Twitter, man. We need your support. Spread the word to your friends, your family, and join in on the fun as well. You know, I'd love to hear from you.
We need advertising. We want to sell out.
Cineworld.
We want to sell out.
Cineworld.
Pepsi, what you doing? No, I don't want Pepsi. What do you want?
Coke. Cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke. No, fuck no. Anyway, guys. Adios, muchachos. Next week.
Finally, a girl is no one.
A girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell. And I'm going home.